بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا أيها الإخوة my brothers in Islam. Welcome to lesson 109 of العربية بين يديك book 1 part 1 of the new version. وسنبدأ إن شاء الله بالواجب المنزلي. We will start إن شاء الله with the homework في الصفحة 57 at the 57th page إن شاء الله. ونجد and we find في أعلى الصفحة at the top of the page المفردات the vocabulary العرض the display انظر واستمع وأعد look and listen and repeat. First of all, my brothers in Islam, we have 8 words here and I want inshallah to dictate them upon you and you can write down the meanings of these words next to the translation, next to the dictation. So, واحد بيت. You can use the pause button if I go too fast. اثنان شقة. ثلاثة رقم. 4 حي. 5 يسكن. 6 لا. 7 المطار. 8 الجامعة. إذن أيها الإخوة افتحوا الكتب, open the books. بيت house, or you can say a house. شقة apartment or flat. رقم number. حي area or alive. يسكن he lives. لا is no or don't, but it's better just to translate it as no because it's on itself. When it's in a sentence it can be don't. لا أذهب, I don't go. المطار airport. الجامعة المطار the airport. والجامعة the university. أيها الإخوة, all my brothers in Islam, أريد منكم, I want from you lot, جمع هذه الكلمات. I want from you lot the plural of these words. أريد منكم كتابة جمع هذه الكلمات. I want from you to write the plural of these words. ابدأوا الآن, start now. طيب, you can put the pause if you have not finished. بيت بيوت. Unless it's بيت, a line of poetry, it's أبيات بهمزة القطع with a strong همزة. شقة شقات وشقق, هناك جمعان, there are 2 plurals. رقم أرقام بهمزة القطع with a strong همزة. حي أحياء بهمزة القطع في أول الاسم with a strong همزة in the beginning of the noun. وبهمزة على السطر and with the همزة on the line في آخر الاسم at the end of the noun. A همزة on the line. يسكن he lives, so يسكنون is they live. لا ليس فيه جمع, there is no plural in it. المطار المطارات ألف open to one dhamma because there is L. You cannot have L and two dhammas. الجامعة الجامعات ألف open to. I've made a note with يسكن يسكن قد فعلنا قد is it can be perhaps maybe, but with the past tense it means indeed, and فعلنا is we did, so it's a past tense. Indeed or surely we did ثلاث صيغ. We did three formulas. صيغة is a formula or form. We have done three formulas. What do I mean with we have done three formulas related to the verb يسكن? We have done فعلنا, we have done المتكلم, the speaker's form, this is what you call in English the first person. أسكن. المخاطب is the addressed or the addressee, second person in English, that is تسكن, you live, you're speaking face to face. And المخاطبة is feminine, is تسكنين, you feminine live. والغائب, this is what you call third person, the absent. غائب is absent. Okay, so if you're studying in the primary school in the Arabic lands, هناك قائمة, there is a list عند الأستاذ with the teacher بأسماء الطلاب, with the names of the students. فالأستاذ يذكر الأسماء في بداية الحصة. The teacher, so the teacher, he mentions the names, أسماء الطلاب, the names of the students, في بداية الحصة, in the beginning of the period. أو في بداية الدرس, in the beginning of the lesson. فيقول, so he says, مثلا خالد حاضر. The student says حاضر with a dot, meaning I am present. علي حاضر. سعيد حاضر. سعد هو غائب, he's absent. So, because he cannot say I'm absent, أنا غائب, because how can he say I'm absent and he's in the classroom, وهو في القسم, and he's in the classroom, وهو في الفصل with the صاد is also classroom, أو في الصف is also classroom. We have three words for classroom, we will get that inshallah in the future. So he cannot say that. ولا يمكنه أن يقول ذلك, he cannot say that. لذلك, because of that, or therefore, زميله, his classmate, he will say سيقول سعد غائب. So الغائب is the absent. Okay. So what is the absent form? Is يسكن, he lives. Now, these are the three forms. Now, another note I've made, كتبت ملاحظة أخرى. I've written another note. كتبت, I've written ملاحظة with a dot stick, a note. ملاحظة أخرى, another note. عند حرف لا, at this letter لا. وتسمى, and it's been called, it's been named لا النافية. This is what it's been called in the علم النحوي, في علم النحو, in the science of grammar. لا النافية, what means the law of negation. You're negating something. And its meaning, as you can see, معناها no or don't, depending on the context, بحسب السياق. مثلا, for example, هل تسكن في بيت? هل تسكن في شقة? Do you live in an apartment? with the shadda and a fatha on the qaf. هل تسكن في شقة? You have to emphasize the qaf because it's shadda. You have to hold it about 1/2 seconds. Okay. هل تسكن في شقة? If you don't put the shadda, or if you don't pronounce the shadda, it's like this. هل تسكن في شقة? And that's totally wrong, subhanallah. You will be corrected by a very young child who knows the Arabic language. So هل تسكن في شقة? Emphasize the shadda. لا No. What's the first la? No. What's the second la? La askunu, I don't live. Askunus, I live. So what makes the don't? It's the la. La askunu fi shaqqatin, I don't live in a flat. And shaqqatin has two kasra. لأنه اسم مجرور, because it's the noun that has been affected by this حرف جر preposition. Because nouns have by default two dhamma, شقة, بيت. وهناك لا أخرى, and there is another la, تعني, it means the forbidding la. What is called لا الناهية وهي, and it is لا الناهية, the forbidding la. This is a very powerful one, and it affects the noun that it enters upon. It affects the verb, that it enters upon. Okay? Because this لا الناهية, it enters on a verb. Like لا تجلس. What is the meaning of لا تجلس? Don't sit. It's forbidding la. لا تأكل, don't eat. And it enters upon a present tense noun verb, as you can see. Not on a past tense verb and not on a command verb. It enters on one single type of verb, and that is the present tense. Because you cannot forbid something like don't walked. How can you say don't? You're forbidding him, your child. Don't walked. No, you say don't walk. Don't ate. He already ate. No, don't eat. So it comes in a present tense verb. You cannot use it with the command verb. Don't, and then you say eat. Yani, it's a command verb. Kul is eat. So you're forbidding him to eat, and then at the same time you say to him, you have to eat, because it's a command verb. You cannot use la an-nahiya with the command verb. You cannot use la an-nahiya with the past tense verb. Use it only with the present tense verb. So you will get this in the green book, inshallah, la an-nahiya, with exercises, Allahumma barik. So don't worry about that. So the meaning of la an-nahiya is don't, but it's not like the don't of nafiya. The meaning of don't here with la an-nahiya is the forbidding don't. Okay, it's not the other type of don't, like I don't go to school today. You're forbidding nobody here. That's la an-nafiya. You're negating that you're going to school. You're negating that you're going to school. So here don't, this is the one with the exclamation mark. Don't sit. La tajlis. And as you can see, it gives a sukun to the present tense verb after it. This is something you will learn in the green book, inshallah. الصفحة الثامنة والخمسون, or before that, تدريب, exercise. صل بين الكلمة والصورة المناسبة. Join between the word and the suitable picture. And all these four pictures, they're crossing each other, if you know what I mean. The answer is all crossing. كما ترى, as you can see, or كما ترون, as you lot can see. They're all crossing each other, my brothers in Islam. وهذا التدريب سهل جدا, and this exercise is very easy. ما I wanted to say ما معنى هذه الكلمات, what are the meanings of these words. قد ترجمت هذه الكلمات قبل قليل. I've indeed translated these words a bit ago. الصفحة التالية, the 58th page, the next page, التالية is the next. الصفحة الثامنة والخمسون, the 58th page. الحوار الثاني, the second exercise, the second conversation or the second dialogue. انظر, with the tongue out, انظر واستمع وأعد. Look and listen and repeat. نعم. المستأجر السلام عليكم. المؤجر وعليكم السلام. I just say it full in full. You know that when you stop, you don't normally say وعليكم السلام, but وعليكم السلام. That's in the daily usage. But in the classrooms, the teacher, like I said, he prefers you to put all the harakat, also in pronunciation, so he knows you will not say وعليكم السلام, what is a total mistake. Or وعليكم السلام, what is likewise a huge mistake. That's why it's good to pronounce in full when you're in the classroom, but if you're outside, you just say وعليكم السلام, you just say من فضلك, you say في شقة, because the ta becomes a ha, خمس غرف. I'm just looking to the end of these sentences. في الدور الخامس. But like I said, in the classroom, the teacher wants the full pronunciation, because if you don't do it, for example, في شقة, for example, the fifth sentence, كم غرفة في الشقة, you give it a ha sound, he will not say it's a mistake. That's totally fine. But how can the teacher know that you will not say in your mind في الشقة? What's a huge mistake, because fi gives a kasra to the next word. Or you say in your mind في الشقة. So somebody who wants to play smart, he doesn't know what comes after fi, so he just say في الشقة, just to be safe. خمس غرف. Some of the students, I'm not saying you brothers in Islam, but some of the students, because they don't know the haraka of the word, they just say خمس غرف. So the teacher will not find out what the haraka is. Okay? But is this smart? No. This is stupid. Why? Because a teacher doesn't mind you to make mistakes. He wants to correct you. So if you just say غرف, you give it a sukun sound, you will be unsure in the future when talking to Arabs. You always try to hide the haraka. مثلا, I try to hide all the harakat. I'll give you a sentence. أسكن في بيت جميل في حي الجامعة والجامعة بعيدة عن البيت. What are you learning now? You should say أسكن. A verb never has tanween. And if you say أسكن, the teacher will correct you. Okay? Because in the class you can make mistakes. Okay? But one day when you become a khatib in the masjid, and the people, subhanallah, after the Jumu'ah when going back home, talk about the khatib. Have you heard his Arabic? It was so bad. How can he be a khatib? You become the news of the day in the village or in the area where you did the khutbah. Have you seen? Even the ayah, when the word needed a kasra, he gave it a fatha. He changed the total meaning. Okay? وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى تَكْلِيمًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى. If you say وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهَ instead of كَلَّمَ اللَّهُ, it means that Musa spoke to Allah. You changed the subject, you changed the object. So, while the ayah says وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ, it's Allah who spoke to Musa. وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ Musa. Why is Allah lafdul jalala with a dhamma? Because the lafdul jalal is the subject and not the object. It's a huge mistake. And one of the great examples that the scholars of grammar give is إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. That the scholars, they fear Allah the most. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءُ. If you say إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهُ, if you do it intendingly, then you have gone out of the fold of Islam. Because now you're saying that indeed Allah fears the scholars the most. Now you've made Allah fearing the scholars. And this is crystal clear kufr in disbelief. And like I said, if somebody does it intendingly. So just changing the Dhamma to a Fatha, you have changed the subject to an object, and you have changed the meaning in a very bad way. So my brothers in Islam, just always try to give the full harakat. So أين وقفنا؟ نعم. أريد شقة من فضلك. لدينا شقة جميلة. كم غرفة في الشقة؟ في الشقة 5 غرف. في أي دور الشقة؟ That's not the way the Arabs normally say it. I've broken it in two. It's normally في أي دور الشقة. سأكرر, I will repeat. في أي دور الشقة. دورني الشقة. But if it's hard, في أي دور الشقة. But you will not hear that from the Arabs. الشقة في الدور الخامس. And it has a reason why you say دورني الشقة. Because دوrin, what is with 2 kasra, the ulama, they say that two dhamma, 2 fatha, 2 kasra. The scholars, they say that a tanween, any of the 3 tanweens, the tanween al dhamma, tanween al fatha, tanween al kasra, is actually a sukoon on a noon. Okay, dawrin. Just spell it. Dawrin, you will write it as a noon with what? With the noon with 2 kasra. Dawrin. Dawrun, a noon with 2 dhamma. Okay, dawran is a ra with 2 fatha and an alif. But anyway, a tanween is actually in pronunciation a sukoon on a noon. How is that? Because dawrin, why do the scholars say that that tanween, any of the three tanweens, is actually a sukoon on the noon? Look. This keyboard is different than the one I have. You will understand it, but trust me, the English, this is the keyboard I use for the notes. English is the same. It's just like any keyboard, okay? But the Arabic is different. Trust me, the Arabic is different. The harakat are different, and some of the letters like the kaf and the dha, and some of the harakat, they're at different places. So I'm writing now on the keyboard, and it's totally different. So this is what the scholars say. Dawrin, in pronunciation, okay, it's this. Dawrin. So we have iltiqa'u sakinain. We have now iltiqa'u sakinain because ash-shaqqa starts with the lam. Because hamzat al-wasl is not pronounced. So the first letter has now become the original second letter. So we have iltiqa'u sakinain, meeting of 2 sukuns, that's not allowed. So dawrin, you don't write it like this, but in pronunciation, it's dawrin. It's a sukoon on the noon. And that's why fi ay dawrini, you have to compromise the first word. The first sukoon has to be compromised. Dawrini shaqqatu. Even with this one, dawrun. Okay, dawrun is normally written with 2 dam on the ra. But in pronunciation, the tanween is what? It's a sukoon on the noon. Look, dawrun. That's how you pronounce it. So, dawrunu shaqqatu. عفوا دورني الشقة. You see, دورني الشقة. دورني الشقة. So that's why the pronunciation